Here we are live. Okay. Even when she knows they're going live, she's still nervous. This is Jenna, everybody. Jenna is our Facebook expert. I'll let you guys get notified and get logged in. Say hi when you are. And I'm just going to put Jenna at ease by telling you all she's petrified of any lives, any video, because she's the genius behind the scenes, which makes you more visible so that you don't have to be all the time. And we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook ads because there's so many questions, aren't there, Jen, that come up about
so
Facebook ads. So she's like, can you ask me quickly so I can answer quickly and get off? Please. Now, I know that it's a bit of a bold title. Jenna works with us at Entrepreneuristy doing all of our ads. And she doesn't do just the practical side of ads. We do the whole campaigns with her from start to finish, anything from building an audience to selling something or a service or our memberships or whatever. Like Jenna does absolutely everything. So I've got a few questions. I've got a few questions. And if you have any questions, by the way, please feel free to drop in the comments. Hey, Rahana, good to see you. Feel free to drop in the comments any questions that you have. And yes, thank you. Jenna is amazing. There's nothing she doesn't know. So no pressure, Jen.
Yeah, we'll see.
No pressure. You've got a little bit more color in your cheeks since I pressed the live button. I know that much. Lots of people who have their own businesses kind of think, oh, yeah, and they see other people doing it, but like, oh, yeah, but would it work for my business? What businesses would you say that Facebook ads kind of work best for?
Literally any business can run a Facebook ad. So like bricks and mortar, like online business, it's all about like knowing your audience. So just key targeting and getting your message dead on. So you don't have to like think, oh, no, like I've got a shop, like a physical shop or anything like that. I think it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
So I was talking about this the other day. Like, I think the latest stats came out at Facebook had 2 billion daily users. So if you think your audience isn't going to see your ads, then it's crazy because they're on there at some point every single day.
And you only have to scroll yourself to see like you get ads. I got one the other day. I've had it a couple of times. This just proves that Facebook ads are for everybody. I had one for like cleaning moss off a roof. Now, whenever I get ads, I always think, I guess it's like a marketing brain. I always think like, I wonder how they've targeted me with that ad. What have I looked at? What have I clicked on? I'm guessing that's probably because I own a property in the UK that's over a certain value. Like Facebook ads can be so specific. Give them an example of how you can really target your audience.
So for example, if you were selling like garden hoses, you could target like men, for example, who are interested in DIY and home improvement or garden centers between the age of 55 and 70, like 65 plus is the maximum. But yeah, you get the idea. So you can be super specific, or you can go a little bit broader and say, okay, I just want to target mums. And there is an option. You can be really specific and target mums with toddlers or babies or preteens or teenagers, or you can just target all mums. So yeah, you can
or you can do, I always think of this for wedding businesses. It's amazing. Like people who got engaged in the last 12 months.
Literally.
Like for wedding businesses, like that's brilliant, isn't it? And then you can also target like certain, I don't know if it's changed now, but it's like certain magazines they might be buying or subscribe to.
Yeah, so there is a chunk of audience targeting that they did remove recently, but there's still a good amount on there that you can go, okay, I want a customer that like one of your competitors or somebody that you aspire to be like, for example, like a really big brand. I want people who like that brand, who follow that brand or are interacting with that brand on a daily basis, and just literally target those people that are interested in what they're doing.
I had lots of people, like, for example, those who are in like network marketing, some people who have product businesses, they sell their products like through Etsy or Amazon, they have their own website too, or they have a Shopify site. They were like, can I do it, Em? Or like, would it not be worth the money? And I'm like, literally, everybody, if you were selling knitting needles, like you could specifically target people who knit, like anything and everything, and every business can do Facebook ads, but we need to do them right with an expert.
They've got to be done right, of course, yeah, and they've got to have the right like follow up and the right funnel. So your back end system, which is your funnel or your website or everything, is just as important, if not more important, than the ad itself. So like your messaging is key, your targeting is key, and the customer journey is key as well.
Yeah. So, and what Jen means by that, for example, would be like, there's no point having like a business page and there's no content on it whatsoever. Because what we like to do as consumers is we like to see something we might like, and then we'll do a bit of digging, and then we'll say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll find out some more information. So they need to have somewhere to go, do a little bit of digging, or see what your product is or your service is, or a little bit about you, to make that decision. Now, once they have or haven't made a decision, then, for example, maybe they go into your email list and you have that as like your follow on and your follow up from there. So there's got to be things considered. But again, that's something that, Jen, you've done with us, and we've done that from speaking with you, and like making sure our customer journey is right. This is a common, number one, a misconception, and number two, a very common question. Or number three, people don't even ask the question because they just like, it's just not my thing. I'm not ready for that. I'm not at that stage yet. So how much do you need for a budget to use Facebook ads in your business?
So if you're literally starting out and you're wanting to just build your audience, then you can actually just start with like £5 to £10 a day. So if you're just building lead generation and brand awareness, then that's absolutely a great starting point. It pays off to start with a smaller budget sometimes, because you can up it once you're ready and you're more comfortable, but you can stay on a low budget and just test, make simple tests like, is this ad going to work? Is this image going to work with this version of the ad? Or is this target audience going to work? So starting off with a really low budget actually is more beneficial, because you can see the results a little bit better than going, okay, I'm just going to throw an ad out, stick £1,000 on it and just see what happens. You just literally posting money into a black hole. So
I think is a good point to mention about the is it a money making machine? The easiest way to explain Facebook ads when you get them sorted is that you know that if you say you're selling something, just for ease of maths, because I'm rubbish, for £1,000, and you're paying £100 per sale, let's say, cost per click of someone who goes to purchase, you know that you're making £900. So if you had an ad that worked in that way, you know that you'd be posting in £100 and getting back out £1,000. Now, obviously, I don't think I need to say it doesn't always work exactly like that. And my advice, because Jenna's taught us this, is to be really fluid. It's to have lots of different things. Like, you don't have to sit there and figure out what is the one image that I'm going to use and the one bit of writing that I'm going to use. It's to have 4 or 5 bits of this, 4 or 5 bits of that. And then Jenna, because you're just amazing, does all the learning. So she doesn't go like, okay, let's stick £500 budget on that and that's it. She'll say, let's just test it a little bit. Which one of these does better? This one does better. I'll put my money behind that one. Is that neat?
And then we might move it.
Yes.
That's dead on. Yeah, absolutely dead on. Then we'll go, okay, that one's been seen a lot within the audience that you're targeting. So we're going to move it and we're going to test a new one, or we're going to go, that audience is working really well. So now we're going to expand that audience and create a new audience to add on to that as well, because we know that image is working with these people. So we'll find similar people to them. And
to break that down, because even for me, I like things really, really simple. So let's say me and Jenna clicked on an ad. What Facebook would then do is say, oh, well, Emma and Jenna, they do these actions on Facebook. So let's look for more people who behave like them, who like the same things as them, who click on the same things as them. And let's show them this, because they'll probably like this too. And that's exactly what happens. That's how you start to build lookalike audiences, they're called, and you can grow your reach that way. So, and that's really lucrative, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, one of the biggest ways to expand your audience is by creating those lookalike audiences. So finding people who are taking similar actions to the ones who are buying and spending money with you already. Say, right, I want to find more of those people. So Facebook will go, okay, you want more similar to that audience. We're going to find out, what are they interested in? What are they clicking? Who are they talking to? How are they interacting? Are they actually clicking and purchasing based on the activity that they're doing, or are they just clicking and having a little nosy? And it will match the audience to very similar people.
Crazy. I mean, that is literally like the old style pre-internet equivalent of feet on the street knocking on someone's door. Except you're not peeing them off because you're like distracting them from their tea. You're not getting on their nerves because like it's that awkward face-to-face sales thing. But you've got your opportunity in a Facebook ad for people to see it and know about what it is that you're doing and get to know you better.
And you don't even have to be there. You can just set it going.
So talking about budget, I mean, some of our best kind of like our best ads, which they were either like leading them into something or a purchase, have been ridiculously cheap, haven't they? What was ours? Because you sent a screenshot and was like, girls, this is like 1997 or something. Like,
this is like non-existent. So I think there was one, was it earlier this month? And it was like 3p, literally like 3 pence for a lead that came in. And it was just one lead that just dropped in, like as soon as we set the ad going, it just dropped straight in we'd not even spent any of the budget. So obviously that suggested at that point, like, okay, with the targeting's bang on, the message is bang on, we've stopped the scroll immediately and they've gone, yes, I need that. And that was, it worked straight away.
And that's what
increase here is ridiculous.
Stupid. Even I'm like, oh, come on, I'll pay you more than that.
I think you actually said to me, didn't you? Like, oh, that can't be real, surely. It can't
be right. Like, I feel like I'm stealing. That's not good, but it is good. A lot of people think like, I remember years ago, I used to give this example. I used to say, you know, like big companies are advertising on TV in the breaks. They're spending millions and millions on this kind of advertising. And then what happened, like we were able to pause. We actually pay subscriptions, so we don't want to see ads on the TV. Yeah. I'm like, I know this is going to change at some point and people are going to be spending money more online advertising. So, I mean, there was the golden thing of ads, but clearly that's not gone if you get your messaging right and the audience right. So what's your thing on about Facebook ad? I know we know that they do, but for anyone who's maybe thinking the same, like I can't compete with those big audiences, big companies, you know?
There's two things. Like, I don't know about you, but I remember a time when ads, like this is when I first got into ads. So I'm talking like 6-7 years ago. It was all about like a rich guy stood in front of a Lambo or a private plane going, I've just made £1 million, like online marketing. And everybody thought like, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. And I think sometimes that mindset has stuck around saying, oh, it's a scam. So there's that side of it where people go, oh no, it doesn't work. It's not going to work for me, because they remember that kind of negativity around it.
Money, because if it's some guy with a Lambo, like this must be expensive to advertise.
Exactly. And he's going, oh, I've made £1 million, but it's like, well, he's probably got like a 7-tier funnel running in the background as well. So there is that kind of like, oh, people think it's a bit of a scam. So over the years, obviously, Facebook has grown like massively, which has meant like the amount of advertisers has grown with it as well. The amount of businesses that are advertising on there is, so the competition's bigger than what it used to be, which again, this is where you're like, your messaging is key, being really specific with your messaging and your targeting. And then there's been the changes. So anybody that's kind of in or around the online marketing world know that there's been changes within Facebook ads, and people have gone, oh, they've stopped working, or probably shouldn't say this actually. There's some Facebook ad gurus that want you to think it doesn't work anymore, or want you to think that the changes have been massive because they want to teach you to do it their way and sell their own packages and etc. So this could get me into a lot of trouble. However, so people kind of want to go, oh, it doesn't work unless you work with me, or it doesn't work unless you do it this way, or things have changed and it's all scary now. So, you know, things have changed. So competition is obviously bigger. There have been changes, but overall, particularly in the last 6 to 9 months, I would say, things have calmed down massively. The changes that have taken place over the last year, when like the Apple and iOS kind of drama happened and all that stuff, that's all calmed down again now. And across the board, we're seeing really great results for a lot of clients. So for me to sit here and say, yes, it does work, like I'm sat here as a person who runs ads for a living. So you've got to.
Sorry, go on, Jen.
No, I think it's just about just learning not to throw your money at it. It's learning how to just be careful and really get, and I say I'm repeating myself so much, but get the messaging bang on and your target, your target audience inside out. Don't just throw it. Like, I think people expect like an ads manager like me to say, yeah, run ads, it's great, but just don't do it until you're ready. And once you know that you've got that message and you know it's going to resonate with somebody and you know you're delivering value, then your ads will be successful without a doubt.
Without a doubt. How can they learn more about Facebook ads? Well, Jenna is actually one of our featured experts, everything to do with Facebook ads. So she teaches you, this is how amazing Jenna is, she teaches you how to do your own. So if you didn't want someone like Jenna who runs ours for us, you can start off by doing your own if you want to, or you can go to Jenna and work with her as well. We'll share. We like to share. We like to share. But tell us what's in the curriculum inside of Entrepreneuristy.
So essentially, it is just me walking you through step by step every single thing that you need to do, from setting up your account. So some people don't even know that they need an ads manager account or a business account. Some people think like a boosted post is still an ad. So setting up the account, which is obviously crucial before you can do anything, to then setting up your first campaign, targeting, actually setting up the ad itself before it reaches your newsfeed. So you can literally pause the video, do the next bit, pause the video, do the next bit. It's like a complete walkthrough step by step. Which
is insane, because when I started doing ads, literally I was the one who I knew nothing. I mean, nothing. And I had to fumble through it myself, and I had to get loads of ads rejected before one got accepted, and all the rules and all of that stuff. Oh, it was hard going. I did fumble through, but what took me months and months to figure out, I mean, I could have got in your curriculum and done it in an evening.
Literally 3 hours, yeah.
One of the things I was going to say, actually, and I forgot to go back to it because I was listening intently, but one of the things you were saying about, years ago or not so long ago, with the guy and the Lamborghini and everything, one of the things that we know from running our ads is that the pendulum has really swung, but I feel like it has in social media anyway, and that's reflected in ads. But people want real. They're sick of like we have our branding photos and they do well and they're great, but people like really love the really real. So if you're not someone who is polished at talking to the camera, if you're not someone who's like always dressed up to the nines and always camera ready, if you're someone who is just super normal, promoting something that you're passionate about, it works even better. So if you're someone who's like, oh, but I'm not, my brand isn't that like immaculate yet, or that polished or whatever, that's all right. Because that is actually going to really push the buttons of your ideal audience, because that's how we all are right now. That's how marketing has gone. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about some of the best performing ads that we have, like one of them is a selfie. One of them is just you on a video, just talking naturally.
Literally sat here in this spot with holding my phone. That's probably like.
And another one I think is a screenshot. So.
See?
Yeah. Okay.
I think that gives people like, like maybe I can do it then. Maybe
it doesn't have to be difficult. I think that's the fear for a lot of people is, number one, it's expensive, and number two, it's too hard to, like, they've maybe opened the ad account and gone, oh God, no, I don't want to look at that. It is a simple process, but you just kind of need to follow the steps. There is a sequence of steps that you need to take to make it successful, and as long as you follow that you'd be absolutely fine.
And once you've done one, you can actually like duplicate ads, change an image, change your text and stuff like that. So it
just rinse and repeat, and just change what you want to test.
Rinse and repeat. So working with you, obviously, if they want to access that handheld step-by-step guide, doors of Entrepreneuristy are closing very, very soon, this weekend, in fact. So it really is your last chance. Once doors are closed, you can't join, and the link is in the title. And if someone wanted to reach out to you directly, Jen, what's the best way to contact you?
Just Messenger on Facebook is good for me.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Of course, Facebook. So on Facebook, it's Jenna Elizabeth on Facebook, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Jenna Elizabeth, you can find her on Facebook. If you get stuck, you can always message us or message in the comments, and then Jen will pick that up. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And you wouldn't know you were scared.
I'm so scared.
That's introvert. I know you do hide it
Easier
well.
because I'm chatting with you. So
Yeah, like no one else is here. It's just us. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Again, guys, in the link, the last chance to join, or you can message Jenna directly and ask her any questions about Facebook ads. Thank you so much, Jen.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.